What's up, guys? Welcome back to AniPeeps, place for all things anime. I am your host, Mighty Moe, and along with me, I've got, as always, Bog Spinny and Boom Roasted. How we doing, gents?
Good, my
Quite good.
friend.
Loving the new PFP from YouTube.
Sir, little screaming Eva, a little bit of art,
Yeah, I
a little
can't
bit of anime.
like it's not updated on the bottom like squares on my Discord, but I could see it from the shared screen.
Yeah, same for me. That's why I
Mm,
was.
I see booms clearly.
Thank
Yours
you.
is a little bit hard to make out, but
Dude, I thought it was all taxi at first, just because.
Oh yeah,
looks
you
like a
know
purple Mordecai.
the famous screen painting.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
I don't
Yeah,
remember the
I get it.
artist.
I see it. Is
It's,
it Van
Isn't
Gogh?
it like Van Gogh or something?
I couldn't tell you.
I think so,
Maybe.
I know
but yeah,
Pokemon did a
I know what.
collab.
Yeah, that one.
But yeah, so some fresh new picks, some also fresh new content. Before we
Da-da-da.
start things off, oh god damn it, I clicked the wrong button. But yeah, fuck. Got some fresh breaking news. Breaking news.
Ooh.
Get away, Bugs.
Damn. So yeah, I guess we just got this on the reports like 2 hours ago. Apparently Umaru-chan was found in critical condition resulting for cola withdrawals. Unfortunately. Sad to see. You hate to see it.
And one of our agents in the field, reported that it's her older brother forcing her to quit cold turkey. So everybody pray for Umaru-chan, man. She's going through it right now.
So is one of your own. So is one of your own.
Allegedly, by the way, allegedly.
Allegedly. Let's not speak in absolutes yet. But yeah, hopefully Umaru-chan recovers and you know she could pick up some Coke, but in moderation, Coca-Cola or cola. But yeah,
Oh,
pray for Umaru.
Alrighty. And today for you guys, I've got a selection of 6 movies today. What I'd consider
Ooh.
my favorites, in no particular order. And some of these might change as well as time goes. There's, I think, a lot of recency bias as well as nostalgia bias that fall into these. But I've also broken them into 2 separate categories. So you'll get 3 from each, one being standalone movies, and then the other being deriving from some kind of series.
Okay, so like
like a One Piece or
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
gotcha.
Series and standalone. And so for the series, I've just got a small honorable mention. Figured Boom and I could talk about this a little bit. Um, the Haikyuu, the dumpster battle. Um, winner going to the quarterfinals of Haikyuu. But
Oh
yeah,
wow, it's really called the dumpster finals.
yeah. It's funny because the mascots of what are they? They're
Crows and cats.
yeah, they're crows and cats. So dumpster
I think it's called like
animals.
a dumpster battle, right? Or
Mhm. So
I
it's
forgot what they call it in Japanese.
Karasuno versus Nikoma High School. So
Is it Gomi Taikai? No, what is it? What was it?
I think it might have
Gomisto Hano
been something is like
Kisen.
I think it might have just been
I
like
think.
Ruiko Taik Kisen or something.
Yeah,
Let's see, Super.
a good
This is
rivalry,
this
dude,
is a
from
new one,
school.
right? This is oh yeah, it says 216.
Yep,
Is that
Yeah,
this
from
year
this
too,
year?
2024. Yep.
and I think that's the Japanese date as well. It
Yeah.
came out a little
Yep.
later in the States. I just watched it last night. That was the final
Ooh.
airing of it in my area, so I had to make sure I
Dub
got
too,
on
right?
it. No, was not dubbed. Made sure it was not dubbed, brother. I
Yeah,
would
you
have
gotta
walked
double
out.
check sometimes.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was kind of disappointed too. Like the subtitles look like ass at the
Oh
movie
yeah.
theater. They're like a very like weird generic font. I would have been very upset trying to read that as a non-native
Ooh.
speaker. But
Oh, it
luckily,
like blended in or something?
no, and it didn't blend in. It just looked bad. Like it just wasn't a good font.
Mm.
It wasn't anything standard that you see on any streaming site like Crunchyroll or
His
Netflix or
anime.
anything like that. Yeah. And then yeah, our favorites, you know, shh, not affiliated. But yeah, so that's the initial honorable mention.
Dude,
My
fantastic movie too, man.
It was so good. I mean, we talked about it a little bit in the DMs.
Mm.
Some
Gets us pumped
cheese,
for the next season, man.
but yeah, it's gonna be so good, man. I can't wait. And the manga's done as well, so hopefully they just kind of pump these out real quick and get them to us and don't string us along like Demon Slayer's doing.
How deep are they comparative to the manga?
So
Are
what I
they in
saw,
quite a bit, right?
They're
yeah,
probably more than 50%, right?
yeah,
Probably.
from what I saw, I think
Like four
it's
seasons.
the movie ended with I think like volume 28 or 30, and it's got 40 volumes. So 25% ish left in terms of like the tournament that they're going through in the show. It's like the summer volleyball tournament, and this next arc will be the start of the quarterfinals. So assuming they make it to the finals, it'll probably be like 3 seasons worth of quarters,
They're
semis, and
third
then
years.
final. The main characters are both
Do you
first
know how at
years,
least?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
actually.
okay. Oh, okay.
I
But
think it's
it,
always the case too with sports anime. It's always Ichinen, and then you
Yeah,
have
I mean that's usually like like for example like Sound UFO with season 3 wrapping up,
how to plug that
Kumiko, like the
into.
main character's third years. So it's we've seen them throughout the 3 years, and with Haikyuu going on for so long, I just thought,
yeah.
damn, that's
No,
quite
yeah,
a bit of content for the
I
first
think
season.
it's gonna be just it and begins and ends with basically the whole series being about this tournament. That's the feeling I'm
Oh,
getting
I
from
see.
it.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and obviously I have no clue about Haikyuu, so
mm. And if Blue Lock does well, man, Blue Lock can the Blue Lock movie might be in this list next time as well. I saw that as
yeah,
a trailer for while I was watching the
coming
Haikyuu movie,
soon, coming
so
soon.
Oh, I think it's out already. It's out already.
Yeah,
fuck
Oh,
is
at
it?
least
not
for JP. At least for JP, yeah.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
also
no,
heard
we go by
it's like a
we go
side
by
movie,
US
right?
standard.
Oh, okay.
US standard. No, I'm just messing.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. Bad thought.
Right, rolling right into it, and I think this is probably most expected, so I'm gonna throw this out first at y'all. But
Are you doing 3-3? I'm guessing.
yeah, I'm gonna do
Oh,
the
God.
series movies first, and
Okay.
then the other ones. But One Piece Strong World, man. Um,
Dude, what the
Come
hell,
on,
man?
man. This is the worst one, man.
dude, no, it's not, man. I like this one a lot
Dude.
better, dude. It's got a canon villain that they tie in with. I don't know if they ever did an OVA, but the manga that came with the movie, if you went to go watch
Yeah.
it, dude,
Was
how
that
can
volume
you?
0?
Yeah, how can you be
Right?
mad at this entrance, man? Everybody suited
I'm
up,
I
guns blazing.
but that's the thing, like all movies are mad dripped out.
Dude,
It's like a gimmick.
this is the best one, man. I mean, this is one too. You
Is,
get to actually
is,
see Luffy get his ass beat for real, and then he comes back
isn't,
strong.
isn't Strong World the villain Shiki, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, you're right.
It is, right? It is.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah, and I
like
guess
His
kind of
villain is
my
because
OP.
Shiki kidnaps Nami, right? And then that's kind of
mm,
what sends them on their journey to go and rescue Nami.
Pretty lit because it talks about Impel Down because it introduces like him breaking out. Pretty epic
yeah,
Hmm.
too.
yeah. My issue with this, okay, first my issue with you selecting this is because how much you gave One Piece Red the thumbs down.
Wait, what?
And then
It's true.
secondly, I just wish this happened a little. I know it's not canon, but I wish this happened post or like a little bit later, you know, like
Dude,
during this era, I can't see Shiki being beat.
he should have never been a
Mm,
villain in this, man.
yeah,
Especially how OP he
that's
is.
that's pretty fair. He was I mean, they're always OP, right, in the movies, but him
Yeah,
being a canon villain that was supposed to be Roger's rival in the glory days
Yeah,
getting beaten.
it's kind of like,
So
yeah.
that's fair. And I mean,
I mean,
this
I
was
think
even
this came
before
out
Gear 4
during,
Luffy.
yeah, yeah, because this was right after post time skip, or was it pre?
I think it was before, right?
I think it's post because in this one, Frankie's pretty yoked out and shit. Usopp's got his
Go back
fro
to
and
the
stuff like
previous
that.
one. You should be able to
Yeah,
tell from Robin and Nami.
and Usopp. Does Usopp
But
have facial hair?
Oh, actually, this
yeah,
is
that's a big.
pre-time skip,
Yeah, this
maybe.
is pre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. Usopp's not Giga Chad yet. He doesn't have
yeah.
facial
Uh,
hair. Robin's still got the weird haircut.
hmm
it's Golden Man. No, it's not One Piece Gold, but it's Golden Man. I mean, I don't know. This one was just, I liked it visually a lot too. Some of these scenes like
hmm
this, he's flying around on that fucking bird, electric bird. Is another
The
OP,
mo-
OP little pet for him.
yeah, the movies are, to its credit, always fun to watch. Though, like, I'm kind of nitpicking saying I wish it came out later. I mean, it's true, but
Mm,
it's still like a fun time watching these movies.
yeah. And
It just
ah,
is never canon, man.
and I mean, since we're on One Piece, we can talk about Red a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Red just didn't do it for me. The story just felt like it almost made no sense. Like it didn't even need to happen. Like I guess that's with all of them, but like as the story's going on, I
Like,
was
it
like,
was less
dude,
canon, or
yeah, less canon and just like I don't know. Uta as a villain was just kind of
the
weird. Just
premise
didn't
was
do
a
it for
bit.
me.
The premise was a bit kind of
Song was
on the
fire though.
extreme
Songs
end,
were
but
fire.
songs are banger. I liked Uta a lot.
I
It's
like her
always a treat
design.
to see. It's always a treat to see Shanks too. So
But
Hmm.
even like I thought that was corny in the movie. You know how like Shanks seen Luffy when Luffy was sleeping? They're like, should we wake him up? Nah.
uh,
Yeah, I didn't
yeah,
like
but
that
that's
part, man.
kind of a nod to like Impel Down to, or Marineford, I guess. Like, he's just waiting. You
Yeah.
know.
That was more epic than him just showing up.
I mean, yeah, but I mean the stakes, I guess, in One Piece Red's premise were equally high, I guess, because she was about to, I guess, screw the world over. But I mean, I definitely do get most criticisms too. I mean, all the movies are a bit extreme with their, I guess, premise.
Brooke is too OP in this, man.
Dude, for real, man. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite scenes from this movie. Just how cool it is, man. They trusted Brooke so much they just kept walking as they jumped at him.
Yeah.
But
I think this movie he had like an OP like it's an ice attack scene too. I think it was this movie where it showed like he has ice powers or whatever with his sword, which is pretty
Yeah,
epic. Forgot what it was
one
called.
one of the soul involved moves.
He's OP, man. He's probably top five crewmates.
Yeah, for sure.
top
Comes in
five.
clutch too.
Yeah, I was gonna say top three, but ain't no way, man.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's a good ass crew. So
Him and Frankie are like a good duo, man. I like them equally, both epic.
Yeah,
alrighty.
Brooks good because it's like a gag character that's actually good, like
Mm-hmm.
useful.
And
But
like
yeah,
Usopp.
number three, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
number three.
hot
Quite
take
some
pick,
quite
but
some hate. So we'll see how this continues on. Next one, and this will probably be pretty controversial with viewers because I know this one took a lot of uh mixed reviews, but Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time. Um, more than anything, this movie is just so beautiful. Um,
mhm,
10 years after the previous one, I believe 10 years or something close to it, um, happening kind of after the near third impact. So the world kind of got fucked up, but not exactly. Shinji's still a bitch, but soundtrack's amazing. pacing definitely could have been better. It's a long ass fucking movie. It's like
Yeah,
2.5 hours. And a lot of people have problems with like this initial village scene, but I think this one really made me love Ray. Um, she's seen is
finally admits it.
this yeah, she
You
was
got
she
him.
was good. She was good in this one. Can't complain.
Clip that.
Um, comes off almost like childish, like so new to the world. Like this is a quote unquote new version of her, but like simple things of like she keeps asking questions like a kid would. The lady says like good morning to her. She's like, good morning. What does good morning mean? And explains to her like, oh, that's something you say when someone wakes up. It's kind of wishing them to have a good day and kind of letting her become more human. So there was that. We got the clean white fits that Mari and Asuka get for the final battle. Um, yeah, and this one's a hard one to talk about. There's
That's
so
so
much packed
trippy.
into the movie. What how the suit goes up from
Yeah.
fat to slim. So
I
much to
mean, it's
pack.
Ava, right? So like, movie comes like this movie comes out so much later from the previous one, and like I haven't seen any of like the movies, but kind of just I guess closing out like a very very long chapter, especially for OG Ava fans. So I mean, I totally understand why it's on this list.
Hmm. Yeah, and it
The
definitely
fuck?
adds
They're
to it.
fighting in
I
it
don't.
indoors?
This was a pretty trippy scene. It's-
Yeah,
Without
I
too
could
much
imagine.
spoilers, the first unit Ava and the 13th unit Ava fighting each other, and they're basically like mirrored. Um, but I think it's a overall a pretty satisfying ending and conclusion to the story. Without spoiling it for you guys and for the viewers. Definitely worth a watch. Get some super epic moments from Asuka, especially. She's my favorite character. She had some good Tsundere moments and some good Ava piloting moments. So good battles, great visuals, amazing soundtrack. I think that's all I've got
Yeah, no,
for Ava.
no, it looks great. But one cannot
Yeah.
speak good of Ray and be an Oscar fan. I think you're a closet. I think you're a closet Ray fan.
No, sir,
No,
no.
he's a closet Shinji fan, whatever the name is.
To quote what was this? Is it EDP 40? It's all right.
Oh my god.
Oh, the overrated guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Probably shouldn't quote him. He is a potential
Yeah.
problematic figure, but moving on.
Moving on.
Final series movie I've got is Fullmetal Alchemist Conquers of Shambhala. So this is like a prequel movie to the original series. I was gonna sneak that shit in here. Um,
No surprises.
Just glad
mild,
it's not another One Piece one, man.
Yeah.
bro. If I had two One Piece and it wasn't One Piece Red, been crucified. Um,
Yes.
but this one, continuation of the original series, which I liked a lot, carries on a lot of the interesting symbolism and stuff. Without getting into too much spoilers, basically Ed wakes up in a parallel universe without alchemy, and it's like pre-World War II. So I think it's post-World War One, but pre-World War II. Um, Hitler's like slowly on the rise, and basically it's an underground society that's like figuring out how to bridge over to Ed's old world to learn how to use alchemy and conquer that world. That's kind of like this secret society's trying to do. I did a terrible job kind of explaining that, but
Is this a non-canon sequel?
no, it's canon. It like
Oh, it is.
yeah, basically. So like I guess to rewind at the end of the original series, like mad spoilers, but I mean it's not the true series, so it doesn't matter as much. But his younger brother dies, and then he transmutates himself, like he uses alchemy, he uses himself as a sacrifice to bring his brother back. So his brother comes back to life, but you don't know what happened to him. And then this movie starts off with him in the alternate universe. And basically, and part of what I like about this series is you learn that like alchemy in their world uses the light forces of what it would be the equivalent of our world. So when people in our world die, their life force is used for alchemy in the other world. And so that's what he kind of learns going back into this other world.
So it's the anime
Um,
original, huh?
yeah, yeah, this is the anime original one. And so they kind of tie that in, and then it's kind of like a good finale. Like it gets him to reunite with his brother. That's this scene here. And then, oh, this is a gypsy lady at the end. A lot about
Even two
gypsies and
jiggy
Jews
there.
in this movie.
Dogs.
Um,
Hey.
this is probably another controversial one, but this is just a childhood favorite from a childhood
It's
favorite
Ed's
series.
Bar Mitzvah.
No, I
The
think it's his
funeral.
funeral actually.
No, yeah, I'm aware this is not a bar mitzvah.
You would.
She getting jiggy for him, man.
Dogs.
Also, one of the pretty awesome fight scenes between Wrath and Gluttony.
I mean,
Oh
this
my
looks good
gosh.
too.
Yeah. The villain looks so evil. Look at his smile.
It's pretty well done, especially for
Like
2003
20 plus years
movie,
ago.
2005.
Yeah.
So I actually have the manga version of it too. So
Oh, nice,
pretty
nice.
lit. Those ones are always nice too because they're in full color, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. So, but yeah, that was the final one for the series. Now we'll be moving on into the standalones. For the standalones, my one honorable mention's got to be Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah.
You
It's
sir are a dog for not putting that in your top three.
I
Come
mean,
on,
like
dog.
Uh,
it's kind of like a hard one to put in your favorites. Like it's an amazing movie,
It
but
made me cry as a kid, man.
it probably like is probably if I rewatch now too, it'd break me. But
Setsuko-chan?
yeah, I think
Set-chan?
objectively it's an amazing movie, but it's too much emotion for me. I almost like shy away from watching it. It's hard to watch. Yeah, it's a tough movie. And I love it, but it's one of those that you could probably watch once every 10 years and it's good enough for you. It's well done, but it's just so sad, man. I
I
don't
think
like
you get
sad movies.
yeah, I used to play on the TV all the time during like every year for like the you know kind of to remember what happened kind of thing. So back then I watched it more or less frequently and yeah, great movie, but definitely depression inducing.
I bet if you guys watch it right now, because we're older, it's a lot sadder too, man.
Yeah,
Because
like
you think it's like they're kids, and we're
yeah,
grown now.
yeah, and we're complaining about stupid stuff and
Just want to say,
doing
I
bad.
hate that goddamn aunt, man. She's
Dude, I know
evil.
for real. Like so much painful scenes like when the brothers like stealing tomatoes and gets
Yeah.
beats the shit out of and all that.
I feel like we could talk about this movie forever. There's so many
Yeah.
like not like iconic, but like sad scenes in this movie, man.
Hmm.
Even the what is it? The candy, the gumdrops looking things.
Yeah, the drop candies.
Oh,
Making like the
jeez.
juice out of the last one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I used to
So
try
fucking
that,
sad,
but
man.
it doesn't flavor it.
Boggs did
No,
that and
no,
was
it does
crying at the
not.
same time.
In the movie it looked like, like it had some essence of fruits and stuff, but
You know what was messed up too? It was good marketing, but they came out with like Setsuko-chan was on the can for that candy for a while.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like it's
the
kind of
promo
sad.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Like people were buying it. So I remember I bought it and I was like, Mom, look at it. Now I look back, it's kind of sad that her face is on that.
That
Indeed.
is.
But
Oh,
alrighty, moving on to, and I would say these three are not in any particular order. Um, but the first one I got for y'all is Perfect Blue,
dun, dun,
psychological
dun.
thriller from '97. It follows, what is her name? Mima. It was
Mhm.
a J-pop idol who ends up leaving the group to become a full-time actress. Um, she's got this stalker man in this board, like, well, chat room website. It's like all about her. That's so disgruntled with her choices of changing, and she just goes through so much, and so many things happen to her that she ends up dissociating from reality, and it's just a
Dude,
trippy and fucked up
that
movie, man.
clip, that like framing is amazing. That freaky guy has her in like the palm of her hands, and yeah, that guy looked terrifying too. Yeah, this is a pretty haunting movie, really.
You can get a glimpse of his face. I don't want to spoil it too much for y'all, but they just made him
Oh
look
my gosh.
so freaky. I mean, just kind of like what you would imagine your like super stalker, like parasocial obsessed fan to look like. And
Really does a great job of like capturing like paranoia and like not societal pressure in a way, kind of, because a lot
mhm,
of the movie does follow her quote unquote perfect form that like the public viewed her as and what she once had, kind of taunting her current self,
mhm.
and I think that is kind of relatable to quite a bit of people. But yeah, I mean, it personally, yeah, it's a great movie. Personally, it's probably not my favorite Satoshi Kon movie, but it's hard not to argue that, uh, yeah, Perfect Blue's definitely uh, one of the best for sure.
Yeah. And I was kind of between this and Paprika, but
Hmm.
Paprika is also one that I need to go back and rewatch just because that one was a trippy one that I don't remember too much from it. It was hard to follow, but I do remember a lot of like the calls that Inception took from them, um, the elevator
Yeah,
scene
I
or the
mean,
hallway scenes and shit like that. But
Perfect Blue has the Requiem for a Dream bathtub scene, the the Teisel sweat, like she's face down in the bathtub. I think is Requiem for a Dream, but yeah, so much like picturesque like captures, and also the aesthetics of like most Satoshi Kon films, especially because it's like an older movie. It Yeah, I just love kind of like the style of pretty much all of his works.
mhm. Oh, okay, I think I remember which scene you're talking about now. Just looked it up real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
And what's
holding her
also
breath
great
under
about
the.
Perfect Blue, yeah, yeah, that scene with kind of you could see the spine almost.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, one thing that's also great about Perfect Blue is how pretty much ugly everybody is except for Mima.
Hmm.
Uh, and I think it's kind of evident pretty early on in the movie. Everyone's like a very mundane person, and then you have like this very beautiful idol, like a kind of like a false image idol, and then you juxtapose that to people surrounding her, and it's just normal people, um, and also kind of off track, but that weird chubby manager chick, she was also kind of freaky looking.
Yeah,
Almost as freaky looking as like the guy with his palms out right now.
yeah. And she's one of those two that was, I mean, she really embodied that what you were talking about earlier, like the societal pressure and like
Hmm.
she wanted her to be so perfect and wanted to be
Yeah,
her
like
to that
he
point.
idolized her so much, and like she didn't allow any kind of deviation or that like false image she has in her head to be broken. A lot of that's like very relatable today, you
Hmm.
know, kind of the standards or expectation kind of people put you through, and
Yeah,
kind of the responsibility that comes with it, even though it shouldn't really be there. But
yeah. Especially for idols, man. So if you're
Mhm.
an aspiring idol, watch this movie to get a glimpse for what you potentially might be in for, and might
Oh
need to
god,
rethink your options. But that was Perfect
the
Blue.
discouraging talents.
Moving on to
Yeah,
one,
amazing.
it's probably all of one of our favorites. My favorite Ghibli movie, um, Spirited Away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, classic.
Great movie.
I don't even know
Mhm.
where to start with this one. I mean, it's so beautiful, great music. I love the characters. It's a
Very
long one
original.
too. Yeah, uh, trippy story, man.
Yeah.
Barjan and I watched this on the Gooms, and it was it was quite the adventure.
Oh, that I love this character, man. He's so creepy and evil, man. He scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Bro. At first, you thought the big fat dude, I think he's like a mountain god or something, came in at first. You
Yeah,
thought he was gonna
the
be
one with the bowl on his
evil.
head.
Yeah, yeah. Got in the back.
'Cause
He was dirty as shit.
the creepy one was like when didn't he eat the frog that
Yeah,
was
the
like in
little frog.
charge that
He
kept
took over his
talking,
voice. Yeah, he took over his voice.
and the way he walked towards the girl was so creepy, man.
Yeah, no, they yeah, I don't even know where to start with this really. Kind of hard to explain too, right? Like Chihiro gets I guess like she gets spirited away to a new like a different dimension, I guess. Um
Mm.
and yeah, so much happens. I don't really know how to give a synopsis for this really.
Yeah,
You
starts
get
what
like
working
three-headed
at
monsters.
yeah, working at a spiritual bathhouse, and yeah, so many different monsters and the food, man. The food that they're cooking is crazy.
Yeah, when the parents I mean spoiler alert, but come on, it's Spirited Away. Uh but yeah, when they're like eating the food as they're like becoming kids, like they're like slurping dumplings and stuff like that. And then they start getting like bigger and bigger, and like they start sweating and just like start swallowing the food. But yeah, ending of this movie too, very satisfying. Um, with all Ghibli movies, like the soundtrack was iconic. Um, yeah, I don't know if I even have like a favorite Ghibli movie. Like Ghibli's one where I mean, obviously it's like a classic now, and you know it's it's for some time now it's hit the reach of non anime fans like this movie. Um, film buffs usually mention Spirited Away too, so like that just goes to show how great of a movie this is. You
Yeah.
know, when you get like big film guys mentioning this, I mean, yeah. My favorite might be I mean, might be Howl's
Princess,
Moving
whatever.
Castle maybe. Yeah, Princess Mononoke is great too. I just love the soundtrack of Howl's Moving Castle. Yeah,
Ah,
Princess Mononoke. They're all good.
that's one I still haven't got to see yet, is Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know why I haven't
Really?
taken the time
Dang.
yet, but there's actually
Yeah, no,
quite a
Howl's
bit I
Moving
haven't
Castle is great.
seen, actually.
I haven't seen many of I haven't seen Ponyo.
Me either. Me either. But I
Oh,
haven't seen the new one, the heroine or
The
Oh
something.
Boy and the
yeah,
Heron.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I watched
I
that
guess
one in
that one
theaters. That one was pretty good. Just
won like an Oscar, right, or
one
something.
bit of the
Or,
ending was kind of like, yo, what? But we won't get too much into that. I mean, yeah, Miyazaki has so many. Him and Ghibli are so OP, man. There's a number of movies that could have been on this list. I thought pretty heavily about Nausicaa as well, although I don't know
Mm,
if that's his. I think that might be a Ghibli, but not Miyazaki. Uh,
gotcha.
that was another one
Yeah,
I heavily considered.
I'm not too deep in the Ghibli lore, but yeah, no, that one's also a great one.
Yeah.
Murney was there was great too. Yeah, there's just a whole handful of
it, it,
amazing movies.
it's Graveyard Fireflies Ghibli too, right? Or no?
Yeah, yeah, it is, it
Yeah,
is.
right.
Uh,
They are a really OP studio, man. Like too OP. What are they doing over there?
Ghibli and
Classics like
Spirited Away, they really speak for themselves. Not much
yeah.
words we can put into it. So if you haven't seen it already, do
So hard to
yourself a favor
explain.
and go watch it, man. And final
Treat
movie.
yourself.
The final movie I've got for you guys might come to a surprise, but probably one of the ones that touched me the most recently. Uh, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas.
What kind of stupid title?
I thought
No, I'm joking.
Alright, Boggs put me onto this one, and this one was just so good, man. Follows a boy who meets a girl. He learns her secret that she's gonna die soon. Basically, she's pancreatic cancer or something. Um, he's pretty introverted. She's super extroverted, and you get to just see these two get to know each other and almost fall in love, and it's just such a heartwarming story, but also the impending doom of what's going to come to her. And
Yeah,
I can't recommend this one enough to anyone that likes romance movies. Uh,
I thought you were
Fantastic.
gonna stop after I can't recommend this one.
Oh man, it's
can't
this.
recommend this to the lighthearted.
Yeah, if you might bawl your eyes out for days with this one. This shit hits hard, man.
Yeah, no, this movie's great, and yeah, the dynamic between the two of I mean, it's pretty uh overdone these days, but I think this one did a very good job of not making it dual between the extroverted girl versus the more aloof male protagonist.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, just the ending's very bittersweet's not the right word, but the very end. Um, yeah, I don't want to mention it because of the spoilers, but like the when it goes into like the narration at the very end, that part kind of was like uplifting, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's
Sakura's
don't want.
final words and stuff.
Yeah,
But,
no, this is a great movie.
and the final song, man, really throughout the credits, like, is what
Hmm.
pulled it all together for me. That song hits so fucking hard, and that along with I Want to Stay at Your House are like the two songs that every time I hear them, it makes me like kind of tear up a little bit inside. That like hard hit bit of like nostalgia and sadness. Uh,
It's one of those that you really experienced it, when you are the song really uplifted kind of like the scene and stuff like that, and they went together so well that it kind of puts that, like you said, yeah, it could be like cyberpunk. Even this movie's fairly recent, I guess, but it does give like somewhat of that nostalgic feel, just because you just associate like that enjoyment. You're just so like engulfed in it that yeah, I know what you mean.
As you can see, Boggs is, short of words for this. Boom. I think we've said it a few times already, but you got to get on this one, little bro.
Yeah, it's on the
Right.
watch list, my friend. It's on the watch list.
Gotta expedite it, man. This
I
one,
wills, I
this
wills, I
one,
wills.
this one is it.
Take the 2 hours, man.
Man, it's either this or the Seventh Prince, my friend. You know what I'm picking.
You know which one's got to go, man.
Pancreas. No, I'll definitely watch it. Especially, I didn't know I know Boggs always talked about it. I didn't know you were this big of a fan of it, so I'll definitely check it out for sure.
Yeah. No,
Bump
it's
it up,
especially,
bumping up the queue list.
my my taste for romance is quite low, or my thirst for romance. So this was really refreshing, and yeah, can't say,
Yeah.
don't want to say much more, man.
And with movies too, like a lot of romances sometimes tend to kind of uh over drag out a lot of parts. So when it comes to movies, it's so dense too, which makes like some parts hit harder, especially when you just view everything in like one sitting. You kind of get the whole experience at once. Yeah, I think this is a solid first place pick.
Sir,
It's not
thank
ranked.
you. This one
Would
is a definitive first. I'll give it that.
it kill your vibe, Mo? You hit me up a couple weeks. Yeah, I'm halfway through the movie. Should be wrapping
Oh
it up.
man,
Bro,
this is
isn't
not
there?
one. This is not one you watch in 30-minute pieces, man.
Is it long? Is it like 2 hours? I'm guessing.
Probably something like that.
It's
Yeah,
a
I think
4
Mal
days.
says 1 hour and 48 minutes. So
Jeez.
you can do it.
I'll try. I'll try to watch it this weekend. Looks good.
What is it? Is it your name that you're halfway through still?
Still working on it, my friend. Quarter of the
Halfway
way, by the
through
way.
is crazy,
Quarter.
man.
Quarter of the way. Quarter of the way. Not half yet. 2 more months, and I should be halfway through.
Oh god.
It's a
Um,
So do
minute a
2 minute
day.
2 minute segments.
Yeah.
Might as well send you clips. I did see the first 12 minutes of it on YouTube, so maybe you could start there. Part one.
Just watch. There's got to be like a person in the side of the lower half of the camera, just so it looks like they're not streaming it illegally, right?
Yeah.
Looks like they're commentating on it. The workaround.
Really, it's just that person crying
Loopholes.
the whole time.
Yeah.
It's bad because he says, "Come back for part two." Yeah, he's crying.
God damn. But alrighty, gents. That's all I have for you. Those are my six movie picks. We'll see if
Great
things
picks. Great
change,
picks.
but that's where we're at. Go easy, guys, in the comments on the strong world. You know, these guys gave me a
It's
hard
all
time enough.
Overread.
overrated. It's all in good fun. All right.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for listening, guys. And thank
Yeah,
you for the list, Mo.
yes, sir.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Peace out.